Hello out there, whoever comes upon this recording down the road, since I am just talking to camera and the air as is typical when I do these streams late at night. A couple people may show up, and if they do, yay. Anyhow, so as it says in the header, put an exclamation point there, meant that to be question mark, but can I make a role-playing game in just 5 minutes? I guess we'll see. This was inspired by, as I say in the description, VidIQ provided some suggestions as to video topics, and one of them was make a role-playing game in just 5 minutes. I don't know exactly whether it's supposed to be taken as literal as I've taken it, but a few years ago I did a role-playing game in half an hour, came up with rules and everything. So I'm going to see if I can do it in 5 minutes. It's not going to be a complete game. I really doubt that. This is just sort of coming up with a concept. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to set an alarm. I was intending to do this earlier, but as often is the case, I ran out of time. And I was also keeping myself busy so I wouldn't cheat on this project. One of the ways I kept myself busy was during my spare time today, I was working on second edition rules for Panique, rich game from 1994. A nice board with some flaws, rules that weren't all that good, but I had fun coming up. That is about 9% done, so I'll be posting that to the New Low Games blog. And if anyone knows how to get in touch with Richard Sala's estate, please let me know, because I have not been able to find any information, and I would like to reach out to them about the Panique game, well, specifically the board. So okay. So as some of you may know, I'm not the most technically capable person here, but I can set a timer. Let's see here. So that's 10 minutes. We want 5 minutes, right? There's 5 minutes. And that's exactly 5 minutes. Let me see if I can... Or is that backwards? Well, it's 5 minutes. And push start, and then I'll start thinking about what this role-playing game is going to be and how it's going to come about. Let me actually first turn off a couple things here so I don't get distracted by phones and other things happening. And I need a hammer to use one of these. Yeah, a lot of times it does feel that way. And 5 at 5, you can see the 5. Okay. So we're going to push start. And there we go. It's counting down now. So first thing, let's decide on a die. So we're going to build this thing around four-sided die. And in fact, let's say that it is something to do with secret societies, because this is the all-seeing die, all-seeing eye. So characters will have wow, brain freeze, too early. Okay, so we're going to have body stat, body and soul, body stat, soul stat, and those will add up to a third stat, which is power. And to generate your character, we're just going to be simple. You will do no, just you, Dave. We will do I don't know, roll 3 four-sided dice, 2 four-sided dice. That's how you generate your body and your soul. And then you would add those two together to get your power. And body, as it implies, is for physical activities, actions, and fighting, punching, running, climbing things, driving things. Um, soul is for intellectual pursuits, personality-based activities, um, romance, uh, spiritualism. Power would be that would I guess would be sort of like hit points or resisting damage. And All Seeing Die, that's a good title. Actually, other titles are popping in my head as I was talking about this, particularly with the body and soul idea. Um, one concept for this game could be monster magnets. The characters are part of some secret society. The all-seeing eye tells them where monsters are, and they go out and they hunt them. Or monsters come and hunt. Oh, God's sakes, really? I'm gonna pause the timer here. So, can anyone still hear me out there? Because I just got a message that my stream crashed. And last time I got that, message, everything was done for. And I think that, oh, okay. I'm actually still out there. Okay, all right. Well, I overreacted, but since I'm already half done with the time, so stop the timer at 2:34. I'm going to restart it. Okay, resume. So yeah, monster magnets is one, or could be a game about clerics, priests rather, deacons and demons. Yes, it is D&D, deacons and demons. Or it's President's Day tomorrow, so this could be a game about, a game called Founding Fathers, and you're in the Revolutionary War, and some kind of supernatural thing is trying to stop the rise of the United States. But yeah, I'm kind of spinning my wheels here because I am not quite seeing how you would do combat other than probably actually let's just make this all multiples of 4. So you got 4-sided dice, and then you've got probably 8-siders and 12-siders, although 8-siders stuck in my head because of the panique thing I was doing earlier today, so I don't know about that. But maybe it's just a 4-sided die for skill use. Probably something like either character classes or professions also play into this. So you would choose to be an exorcist, for example, and that would come with a boost to soul stats. Actually, this game should probably have something like feats or talents from the D20 system, things you can plug and play into characters, or maybe not. Maybe it's just keep it extremely simple and streamlined. Yeah, I am having absolutely no insight into how to do combat, but skill resolution would definitely be probably rolling either an 8-sider or maybe a modified 4-sider against your stat, which then would also be combat. So again, you have body punching things and soul intimidating things or being spiritual. And then of course the power, that's where you get worn down, whether you're being physically attacked or mentally attacked, and so that's sort of your hit point pool. And yeah, still stuck on how to do combat, so I don't know, and I think I'm just about out of time. Yeah, 4, 3, 2, 1. So there you go. That was 5 minutes. I'm still not much of a mechanic, I'm realizing, since I was coming up with setting ideas and game concepts. yeah, I bought my 3 seconds by doing that, or however long it was I was ranting about. There goes this again. Resolve your connection. This is a cool idea, and then the computer has to act up, or the network has to act up. Not last night when I was just on here just blathering about nothing. Oh, okay. Well, put it out there so I can steal it. But yeah, so I don't know. Was that anywhere near? Yeah, what obstacle there for combat? That's what I was stuck on. What sort of die that or how that would be resolved. Well, I'm pretty sure you would generate attributes with 2 4-siders for body and soul. Or maybe body and soul is you just generate those with a single 8-sided die and then modify them with your character type. And then skill resolution and combat is 2 4-sided die. I'd have to do again. I'll also have to sit down and run, do some math. Yay! But unfortunately, if you're gonna do a role-playing game right, you got to figure out at least some of the math that goes into it. But yeah, Dave, I'm really kind of stuck with coming up with an idea for a combat system that isn't just. I want it to be, simple, but actually, I like my setting ideas. I'm not so sure I came up with a decent game, but I think I like the monster magnets idea, like the founding fathers idea too. Just to call deacons and demons, I think that is something that will have to happen. And hey, Carrie, well, Aussies and aliens could be one too. Hobbits versus halflings. Get myself sued both by wizards and whoever's controlling Tolkien now. Okay, what if there's no randomization in combat or other tests? If your score is higher, you win, period. But your power, all grant you wins where you don't deserve them. Okay. That's actually worth thinking about. So if you're trying to do something very difficult, then you would roll the die. That actually is something that I'd have to try to. Yeah, I'm actually. But I think I'd go all the way back to, was it Amber that had something like that? Not even that, I don't think. Well, no, maybe they did. I have to look at that, but yeah. Well, that's actually one of the things. If oh, here's another idea. which this body and soul and power works for, and actually this thing that Stan just proposed works for as well. Mysterious Mansions, the Gothic role playing game, the Gothic romance role playing game. Don't know if the all seeing die plays very well into that concept, but uh, the shirtless wonder would definitely be one of those something when I'm okay. Yeah, Amber had no randomization, a flat comparison thing. So not quite what we're talking. Yeah, I'm gonna have to steal. I may have to borrow that idea from you, Stan, and think on that some more and play around with it. Uh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Now I'm being lost in thought, which is very interesting to watch at. Watch at. Englishing is hard. Um, big flying, fire breathing are bats and underground jails. Yep, exactly. Yep, yep, yep. That would be that's the Aussies and Aliens game. Um, although I'm liking that idea too. Sorry, Carrie, but suddenly I'm. That's not a ray gun. This is a ray gun. uh, but yeah, this little system here would not. I don't think that would goop. That would not work for Aussies and the Aliens. That's definitely a D20 system game. And yes, the Alien putting an end to my stream. I had more connection issues tonight than I think I've ever had. Um, so it's probably a sign that I should pack it in, which is a shame because um, this morning this idea really kind of excited me to see if I can come up with something decent in 5 minutes. It actually, I think that I have. You guys can agree or disagree. Tell me what you think, whether it's a decent idea or not. Whether the character generation system and the using the four-sided die and the idea of the all seeing die is a good one. I like it. I mean, but then I came up with it, so of course I would like it. I didn't notice it last night. Uh, uh, must have been too busy looking at uh, Dave. Your stream is having connection issues, so it's one of the streams, or maybe both of the streams. Who the hell knows? Well, yes, hooray for Comcast. So yeah, I think I'm gonna have to put a little thought into basically. Yeah. Wow, I'm so locked into randomized task resolution systems that I am having a. Oh, well, actually, this idea, Stan, might. But as I mentioned, I was resigning Panique earlier today, so I wouldn't think about my idea. And I think actually your you if your numbers are good enough, try, and try and see if you can. So I may be looking at this idea and trying to apply it to that board game as well. Because one of the things in the game, you land on a square, and you might get it, have basically a monster fight. And this actually simplifies that, makes it a little bit more board gamey. So yeah, I may have to take this idea and apply it there, and you probably don't want credit since, as I explained earlier, I'm sort of appropriating Panique. But yeah, if you know how to get in touch with Richard Salo's estate, let me know. Can you trademark it? Well, what are you trying to trademark? Deacons and Demons, Mysterious Mansions, Monster Magnets. I don't know. But yeah, if you rush out and trademark all of them before I do anything with it, then yes, you can, because I just kind of put them out there for people to what people or else people get when people are reading it. Uh, and digging the idea too. Yeah, I mean that's kind of when I started going on about deacons and demons, and well, even the monster magnet idea is sort of along those lines, and definitely definitely mysterious mansions would be more cerebral, I would think. But yeah, it's been a long time since I've read that book. I have to go back and look at it again. But yeah, well, actually, this might be another instance where we're both using the same idea, and you once again came up with it first. Maybe you need to sit down and do a 5 minute role playing game development session, because I think you probably would pull it off better than I just did, since I got stuck on character basics of character creation. Um, well, I'm getting more and more messages about connectivity issues. So my theory is that Hasbro is sabotaging me. That's it. That's it. No, I'm just joking. Um, but anyhow, I think unless someone wants to make some comments or has something else to say, I think this will be up. Stan has something to say. Let's see what Stan says. As always, Steve, we do better bouncing ideas off each other than either of us do on our own. Yeah, that actually does seem to be the case. Which is good. Which is good. Oh, speaking of togetherness, since you do you remember Hick from a long ago? You drew a cover for it. I still have a bunch of those. Would it be too embarrassing for you to bring those to the event on Saturday and sell them? I mean, it's old old Stan art. For all I know, you want to forget that drawing even exists. But yeah, I swung by. Yeah. Yep. And the owner there said it was okay. If I wanted to bring copies of things to sell, that's fine. But all right. Hopefully, it won't get me ejected from the event. But yes, I will. I will bring a stack of them, and we'll see whether what happens. But anyhow, if anyone watching this at now or in the future, if you're in the Kent, Washington area, make sure you swing by Meeker Street between the Meeker Street between Third and Fourth Ave, because there will be Nerdfest going on the 25th from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. I'm going to be there for some of it, maybe all of it. We'll see. Stan is going to be there. Jeff Grubb will be there. Jeff Grubb of Dragonlance and Forgotten Realms and Magic the Gathering novel fame. I think he did a World of Warcraft novel as well, if memory serves. Done a couple of Star Wars novels. And some lady whose name I'm forgetting right now, who's written Pick a Path novels or Choose Your Own Adventure novels. She's going to be there. Some organization is bringing a TARDIS. So if you're a Doctor Who fan, that might be worth checking out. And yep, there you go. Nerdfest. Yeah, we've now entered the advertising portion of the show. So, but yeah, so a lot of interesting guests. And the store that's hosting it, Page Turner Books, I was there on this past Friday afternoon, and it's a great store, and the comic book adjunct is even better. So definitely worth going to if you're in the area. And also, what's worth, since I just figured out how to do this, yesterday I figured out how to do it. Look at that! Ta-da! Advertisements. Buy my stuff. Click on this thing to buy my stuff or scan it, or however the heck this works. I just figured out how to program it. I don't know how it works. But yes, this experiment in 5-minute game design and 20 minutes worth of blather was brought to you in part by Nulo Games. Buy my stuff. Stan will be there with books and stickers to sell. Oh yeah, and Stan has a lot of really fun stickers. He's got several sticker sheets that are, like I said, a lot of fun. And yeah, Dave's just on the wrong side of the border. He's up in Canada, and so he could make it down here in 3 hours, something like that. But yeah, and you've got, as I said, you got some interesting and talented people there, and then I'll be there as well. But on that note, I'm going to thank Stan for giving me yet another idea to appropriate. And like I said, again, now I'm just really second guessing myself on. I have to go back and look at the stream and see what I said, since I don't really. Well, actually, I don't quite. Well, 2d4. quick and type in some few notes so I can remember when I go back and look at what's recorded here. But so yeah, I mean, the folks that were here when we were talking about the die, the all-seeing die and the stat generation, thumbs up, thumbs down. I guess put a 1 in the chat if you think it's something that's worth working on some more. Put a 2 in the chat if you think I should just stick to D20 modern stuff and not mess around with some new system. That is a great marketing slogan, and that well, that and um, we found company slogans for many years. But yes, on the cutting edge because we fell while running with scissors. That's probably my favorite. But that one, Nulo Games, buy our stuff. That is the more honest of them because we don't care who you are. Just give us your money, and hopefully we'll give you a little bit of entertainment in return. Assuming they let you across the border. Well, yeah, that's. And of course, will they let you back in? Is the next question. And now it's doing the same thing it was doing last night, where I can see something is being said, but I can't get at it. This is very annoying. Okay. Oh, you were just reminding me that, yeah, 2d4 for body and soul, and then power was body and soul plus those two. Although I'm wondering if I've already done that in another game. I'll have to go back and look at SM30 because I know that's not how Rolf works. I know that. Yep, that is a true statement. Coffee and cat food. That's what Nulo Games pays for. The revenue from Nulo Games, coffee and cat food. It used to be gas in the car, but not anymore. Not with gas prices, what they are. Yeah. I am super distracted now because I am still all right. Well, this didn't work over here. Well, that was a great facial expression I just did there. I should not be thinking while broadcasting. I have freeze frame faces that are things of brilliance. Is there a chance of combat strength decreasing when using Sims? You mean within this system we're sort of thinking about right now, or in general? Because if it's in general, then yeah, the D6 system springs to mind immediately. There, basically your health equals your strength, and when you take damage, well, actually, all the skills. When you take damage, you lose dice for rolling on your skills. So, if you're injured, your combat strength is reduced. It's the only one that pops into mind immediately, just because I run that once a week. There's got to be others that operate on a similar fashion. Well, actually, Rolf operates on a similar fashion where you, um, I think it's your brawn score that as you are battling, it's either brawn or body or maybe both. Um, Go down as they go down, your effectiveness in combat uh, is lessened as well. Pretty sure it's brawn. It's got to be brawn. It's been, yeah, co-designed the system, published about 100 things for it, and I can't remember it anymore. It's been I think like 3 or 4 years since the last Rolf product. But as I'm thinking about it, yes, brawn is the one that is essentially your combat ability and your health, and so if that degrades, your ability to fight degrades as well. So I don't know if that answers the question that you were posing. Um, and that's actually kind of what I was thinking about until Stan came with the idea. Well, actually, even with his idea, it would still, since I was looking at Soul as sort of a hit point pool and the ability to resist, to keep pushing through, basically keep fighting. But even with if we take the idea that there's no randomization, or there's not a lot of randomization in the combat and task resolution system, that would still work on that soul stat. Eh, Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, maybe maybe this another setting for this game. We could call it Crossroads, and it's all about blues. Blues blues musicians, and rock and rollers. Because soul. Um, so long, but if your new system was quick combat, so you knew what might happen, but say D20 was more chance of changes in strength, so player has the option. Yeah, yeah. Quick combat, Stan said it would be. Yeah, I probably missed some of the comments because I lost the ability to actually, and now it's not giving me the option again. Let me scroll back up and see if I missed any comments here. Oh no, just the fact that it was going to be a quick combat system, quick skill resolutions, and combat. But yeah, the one. Yeah, I. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do some note taking and some thinking and run some numbers on this idea. Uh, Although Revolutionary War role playing game does, U.S. Revolutionary War role playing game seems like it might be a good idea too. I don't know that anyone has done one of those. Somebody must have. I just haven't seen it. Um, let's see. And yeah, it would be great for large scale battles. That I definitely agree with. And I can't see what your next comment was. Food for thought. Yeah. Oh, this whole thing has been food for thought. And yeah, and unless someone else has something they want to toss in here. Uh, I think maybe this would be a good, good point for me to just wrap it up for the night and say thank you again, guys, for letting me, you know, bounce ideas off you guys, and that's where this would shine in. So, some sort of mass combat system, you think, as opposed to just your standard role playing game? That's another interesting idea. Goes connectivity issue again. Maybe it's because I changed the Facebook setting. Maybe that's why it's freaking out. Actually, where are you guys watching? YouTube or Facebook? If you don't mind me asking, then you can tell me so I can try to figure out the technological issues that are going on before I call it a night. Yeah, yeah. I'm actually gonna, like I said, go tinker with this some more because the more I think about it, the happier I kind of feel about this body and soul thing, and the as Stan said, the all-seeing die. Okay, so Nemo's watching on YouTube. Are you getting a lot of lag, or is it I still can't see what people are saying. It's not letting me see it. YouTube, but you can tell the comment icon. It indicates what it's from. Yeah, I would figure out where my, where this bad connection is, and if somebody was watching from some other place, but everyone's on YouTube, and YouTube has been stuttering. It's YouTube that's having the issues. Uh, well, at least I made half a role-playing game in 5 minutes, and then you guys came to the rescue with a task resolution system and other thoughts to round out the thing. So thank you for that. And what's that say? See that little square? Oh, I see what you mean. Okay. Oh, all right. That makes sense. Well, well, Facebook is quite a bit behind, which is interesting since they're supposedly starting at the same time. But we're at least 5 minutes behind on Facebook. Or maybe not. It just caught up. Okay, that's weird. That is bizarre. Let's see what happens if I do that. Oh, yeah. Little Facebook icon under me. It's going to look very strange if people go look at the Facebook thing, but oh well. Okay, well, yeah, excellent. Now I know. So I learned something. And it is now 12:30 my time, so been on for almost an hour or 45 minutes rather. So as I said, this is a good good time to stop unless, like I said, if someone has additional questions or comments or something that you want to throw out there for me to think about this, actually, the more pleased I am with what I came up with in the space of 5 minutes. Although it didn't really work until you guys threw in did some input. So, but yeah, this went better than expected. So again, thank you guys for coming on and helping out. And there's no lag between. Okay. Well, the weird thing is when I first went to Facebook and clicked on it, it looked like it was about 5 minutes behind, but then it caught right up. So it might just have been an artifact of. Well, I don't know what it was an artifact of. But yeah, now I went back to Facebook and it is again, it's behind. Oh, because it pauses when I click away from it, it pauses the feed. That's why. Okay, now I understand it. And now my cold is reminding me that I should just shut the hell up and sign off. So again, thank you guys. I appreciate it. If anyone has additional comments on this little game system, feel free to put them down below this video. If you have comments and thoughts on Stan's resolution, came across a Kickstarter page for someone who's doing a new version of Torg. Oh, nice. Okay. There's another system I don't remember anything about really. The setting, I like all the multi-genre stuff, but the rules, never really paid much attention to the Torg rules, to be honest with you, or Master Book for that matter. But again, thank you guys. I'm going to have to wrap this up tonight because did someone else just pop in that I missed? No? Okay. All right. So good night, everybody. Thanks again. If you want to leave comments, please do. Like the stream if you liked it. Helps the algorithm, people tell me. So thanks again, and I will talk to you next time. Have a good night.